Tonight, we welcome Craig MacTavish into the Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame. Craig MacTavish was a four-time Stanley Cup champion during his 17-year playing career in the National Hockey League. But he still may be best known as the last NHL player not to wear a helmet during games. In addition to his almost 2 decades as a player, Craig also served as an executive, coach, and assistant coach in the NHL, coached Team Canada internationally, and coached internationally in Russia and Switzerland. As a player, after 2 years in the NCAA at University of Massachusetts Lowell, Craig was a draft pick of the Boston Bruins in the 1978 entry draft. During his first 3 pro seasons, he split time with the Bruins and Binghamton, Springfield, and Erie in the American Hockey League. He earned a full-time spot on the Bruins roster in the 82-83 season, where he played for 2 seasons. The Edmonton Oilers signed Craig for the 1985-86 season, kicking off an 8-season stint with the Oilers that included Stanley Cup championships in 1987, 88, and 90. He was team captain from 1992 to 94. With the Oilers, Craig amassed 331 regular season points and another 37 in the playoffs. He was traded to New York in 1994, where he earned his 4th Stanley Cup that season along with several former Oilers, including Kevin Lowe, Glenn Anderson, Esa Tikkanen, and Mark Messier. He finished up his playing career in Philadelphia and then finally with the St. Louis Blues. In total, he had 213 goals and 480 points in the regular season, along with 58 points in the playoffs. Craig MacTavish was the last helmetless player, having signed a professional contract with the Bruins before the mandatory cutoff date in 1979. At that time, the current players were allowed to remain bareheaded under a grandfather clause. Craig MacTavish turned to coaching immediately after retiring as a player, signing on as an assistant coach with the New York Rangers. After 2 seasons in New York, he returned to the Edmonton Oilers as an assistant coach in the 1999-2000 season under former teammate Kevin Lowe. He was subsequently promoted to the top job when Lowe succeeded Glenn Sather as the general manager. Craig coached the Oilers until 2009, including leading the team to the Stanley Cup Finals in 05-06, despite being the 8th seed, before losing to the Carolina Hurricanes in 7 games. Craig finished his tenure with the Oilers second on the Oilers' all-time wins list, only behind Glenn Sather. After overcoming a cancer scare in later 2009, Craig MacTavish returned to coaching in the 2011-12 season with the Chicago Wolves of the AHL. In June 2012, he returned to the Oilers as a senior vice president of hockey operations and then was named general manager in April 2013. During his time as general manager, draft selections included current Oilers Darnell Nurse and Leon Draisaitl. Craig stepped behind the Oilers bench again on an interim basis in 2014, replacing Dallas Eakins. In 2015, he shifted to the role of Vice President of Hockey Operations after the hiring of Peter Chiarelli. Craig MacTavish moved back behind the bench in 2019 with Russia team Lokomotiv Yaroslavl of the KHL, and then as head coach of the Spengler Cup champion, Team Canada. In February 2020, he took over as head coach of Lausanne HC Switzerland before returning to the NHL with the St. Louis Blues for the 2022-23 season. The Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame welcomes Craig MacTavish into the class of 2024.